Hello. Hello. Greetings, everybody. Greetings. Ooh, child. How we doing, YT? If you can hear me, let me know. If you can see me, let me know. If you can hear me, if you can see me, let me know. Before I go. Hey, Gloria. Hi, greetings. I had to do a hair wrap switch, honey, because I initially had on my white hair wrap, but I wasn't feeling the white hair wrap at this moment. I hope everyone is well. I hope that you are, you had a great day, honey. I hope your Saturday has been treating you well. All right. I hope that you are a member of the Lighthouse and the Patreon. All right. If you are not, there is a link present in the bio for that. Also, if someone could kindly, and I repeat, kindly, if you are in the Discord, go ahead and drop the live link, please, in the Discord so that the people can get it. All right. And the people can what? Get their information. All right. And join the live. So could someone please drop the link to this live into the Discord? We live, baby. Chat. All right. So let me get into this. This past week and a half or so, I have been off of my spiritual practice. I have been off of my health practice. I just been off. Okay. There's just no other way around it. I have been off. All right. And because I have been off, there have been some side effects of my offness. Okay, let me put it in the Discord. Hold up. Cause somebody just thank you. Oh, thank you, Glow. Thank you, V. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for dropping in the Discord. Okay, here we go. I've been off track and everything. And so for me, I said to myself, and myself said, I said, we got to get it together. We got to get it together because what happens is, y'all, first, you slip. When you slip, you trip, and then you fall. So you got to catch yourself when you hit that first slip, okay? When you slip, you got to catch yourself because if you let yourself start tripping, oh, it's over. People rarely recover from a trip. It's hard to go from the process of tripping to catching yourself. And you can't always catch yourself, prevent yourself from falling. So when you slip and then you start tripping, okay, you got to catch yourself on the slip. All right. So let's talk about this. So I said, I've been wanting this urge or having this urge to get back into martial arts. For those who don't know, I have a red and black belt in Taekwondo. Let me block this user. I got a red and black belt in Taekwondo. However, I got that so many years ago, child, that I still know how to do the kicks and the punches and the grapples and all that. I still know how to do that. However, the greater issue here is that was such a long time ago. So the actual forms and the practice and everything, I don't know how to do that. I don't recall that. So I want to get back into it. So y'all, I was looking up different like karate and stuff, gyms and stuff. And I said, but I don't know if I am ready. Come on, being real with yourself. I don't know if I am ready to hop into a martial arts practice. Okay. I don't know that I am ready for that. Okay. So I said, let me do kickboxing. I can go to kickboxing gym or whatever. The one that I went to, you got your own bag. The one that I was initially going to go to, you got your own bag and everything. And they tell you what to do and you just do it by yourself, right? But I got there and that place was closed. All right. So it's this other kickboxing gym called 9 Rounds. All right. And so I'm like, all right, here we go. 9 rounds. Let me look at it. And so what it is, y'all, is you got 9 different stations, right? And each station is a different kickboxerization going on. All right. One is cardio. You doing jump rope and all types of that. The next one, you kicking and punching. It's that. But the difference here, y'all, is there's a trainer. There are trainers there. So they are there to help and make sure you're doing it right. They are there to encourage you and do all of that. I want you to type me in the chat. Type the word me if you are somebody that doesn't like to be told what to do. Put me in the chat. Drop me in the chat. Own it. If you are somebody that proclaims and professes, I don't like being told what to do. I should see a whole bunch of them. I see a whole bunch of people saying, I don't, me, moi, me. Thank you for the ownership. I don't like being told what to do. So I was like, oh, girl, trainer, oh, girl. Get somebody else to do it. I just want to be able to do my stuff. I don't need nobody hollering, screaming at me, doing all that type of stuff. I'm not going to receive that well. But I went ahead and I said, let me just go ahead and through this initial trial exercise, right? And so I said, all right, let me go through it here. We was going through the things and the trainer was not even mean or pushy. The trainers were very nice and very supportive. The trainers made modifications for me when there was certain stuff. I said, well, I'm not sure about that yet. The trainers did that. All right. And when I initially walked in the gym, I said, oh, this is not going to be hard because I've been exercising. So I already know how to do this. Baby, when I got to exercising, when I got to the actual practice of exercising and I got to the jump ropes, I said, I jump rope all the time, but this is a next level. And I realized in the midst of the working out that I was not as good and as advanced and as efficient and as proficient as I thought that I was. We're going to teach today. In the midst of working out, in the midst of working it out, you realize that you are not as good, you are not as well, you are not as secure as you thought that you were. So, after I went through the sessions and I decided to sign up, I sat with myself and I said, I have to do this because in order for me to get to the next level, right? In order for me to get to the next step, I have to do something that I before was unwilling to do. I have to be willing to do a new thing. I have to be willing to do that. I cannot expect new results, new experiences, new levels without a willingness to do a new thing. This is why when it comes time for growth, it is uncomfortable. It has to be uncomfortable because it is a new thing. You're not gonna have everything figured out, honey. She was telling me certain things. I said, I don't know. I said, that's not. I said, I'm used to a hood fighting at this point. Do I have to? What's going on? And it was in that place, family, that I realized this. Working out at a gym where I could do whatever I wanted to do when I want to do it without any type of accountability led to me having days where I was either I go and let me just, you know what, I'm gonna do 10 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and go. It led me to days where I'll be working out good, then I would sit down and be on my phone for 25 minutes. And by the time I done got off my phone, honey, I'm ready to exit out the gym. It led me to days where I'm like, I don't really know what to do today. I don't really feel like that. Let me just walk. It led me to malpractice. Hold up. Let's understand what malpractice is. Improper or negligent activity. It led me to a malpractice. Okay? To where at a drop of a dime, just depending on how the wind will blow, I would either exercise or not. And so what I have to say to myself is that in order for me to get to this next level, in order for me to move up and step up to where it is that I need to get to, I am going to need help. And I'm going to need to be willing to be uncomfortable. I'm going to need to be willing to do a new thing. And so in that space, what normally would happen is that I would be, my ego would start acting up, right? Because people are critiquing. The trainer is telling you, no, not like that. You want to this form, that form. Let's adjust this. Let's do that. And I sat there and I had a challenge with that because I was immediately triggered into the dominant negative thought patterns of when I was critiqued in the past. Instead of it just meaning that, okay, you just need to make an adjustment. For me, that right there meant that I was not good enough. That meant that I wasn't smart enough. That meant that I wasn't on it, that I was lacking, and that I was being judged. Darcell, all the lady said was to lift up your arm. All the sister queen said was lift your arm up. But you have taken that one comment and tied it back to everything that you said. We're going to go back to 97. We're going to go all the way back to this event and these times. And you've tied it to all of these other experiences when that has nothing to do with what is happening currently. That don't got nothing to do with this person right now in this moment. And then it dawned on me, family. Lighthouse, it dawned on me. Taking up the perspective of, I don't like being told what to do. If you don't like being told what to do, how can you then tell me you are listening to your ancestors? How can you then tell me that you are doing what your ancestors are telling you to do? How are you then going to tell me you are doing what the spirit is telling you to do? You don't like being told what to do, which means that you don't follow through with what it is that they tell you to do. Or you take your sweet time, you mosey around, you do stuff in your own timing. But how can you not like being told what to do, but want instruction? Help me to understand that. How do you not like being told what to do, and at the same time, you want instruction? How that work? Somebody help me understand how that works. You are operating with an energy of, I don't want nobody to tell me what to do, but crying out to the spirit, asking for instruction and direction. The math is not mathing with that. The math is not mathing. And so I was utilizing going to gyms where I don't have a trainer. I don't have an account to someone to hold me accountable because I didn't like being told what to do. It has nothing to do with not liking being told what to do. First of all, that is your ego speaking. Your ego is comprised of the things you have identified with through your life. You have tried to identify as someone who has it all together. You have tried to identify as someone who don't need help. You have identified with having something to prove all the time. You have identified with that, with the need to be perfect. That's what you've identified with. So you run from any place, any moment, any situation that is going to offer you correction. And when you get the correction, you don't receive it. Because what the truth here is not that you don't like being told what to do. It is that you have poor discipline and you have a poor view of structure. We get in the spiritual space and we say, I'm just floating free. I don't need a religion. I don't need nobody telling me what to do and when to do it. Peace. I understand that. But make sure that that is about you actually being this floating free spirit and not about you hating structure. Make sure that it's not actually about the ego. Make sure it is not about you hating discipline. Because even in your free flowedness, you must have a structure. You must have a discipline. You must be disciplined. This has to do with structure. You don't want to be, I'm not fine. I do what I want to do. Okay. So now you are telling the universe you are not open to receive. Because a couple of things occurred when I walked in there. I had a preconceived notion. I thought I knew everything. I approached my development as if I was supposed to know everything. No, there would be no point of going to school if you didn't need to learn the knowledge. I was approaching it. I said, I said, okay. I walked into the gym and I said, I told the lady, I said, I'm not going to be trash at this, honey, because I've been exercising, I've been working out. I underestimated the work and I was acting egotistical going into it thinking I already got to the back. I know how to do this. This ain't going to be a challenge for me. I had a preconceived notion of the work. I expected the work to be easy, but nothing, not even seeds planted in the ground have to push through. When they sprout, they have to push through dirt and bugs and rocks and break through the surface. It is not supposed to be an easy experience. I also preconceived that the trainer, let's go down this route, that the trainer was going to be a certain way. That the training process was going to be a certain way. And because I think I know every mother thing, I didn't want to get the training because I thought that the training was going to be a way that it was not. I don't want nobody hollering, yelling at me and criticizing me. That didn't even happen. You have no experience. That's not even what occurred here. Criticizing you. Here we go. The reason why you need a teacher teaches you a technique. Let's understand what technique means. Please hold. A way of carrying out a particular task. Hold on. I'm going to read this one. Technique, a skillful or efficient way of achieving something. Here we go. Technique, a skillful or efficient way of achieving something. I asked her. She was telling me about form. And when I asked her why did I need to do it that way, she said to me, because without utilizing technique, you are prone to injury. Without utilizing proper technique, you are prone to injury. And if you get injured, you are going to have to sit out doing this for a few months. So we don't want to learn. We don't want to read the books. We want to act so arrogant as if we know everything. We have lost the value in the technique because we thought that technique meant that we were inefficient. We thought technique meant that we less than, that this has nothing to do with that. You gain the technique, you gain the skill set, you learn to utilize the tools through your spiritual practice so that when it comes to the work, you don't injure yourself. That's why you need structure. Technique is made up of structure. There is a way to do it to prevent injury, to prevent harm, and to achieve the maximum results. Technique. But you don't learn technique without being willing to receive constructive correction. You don't learn the best way to go about a thing without putting yourself in a position to receive learning. Now, the greater principle in this is that you don't want to be told what to do means that you don't want to be given information to grow. You don't want to be told what to do means that you are closed off to receiving. You not wanting to be told what to do means that you are toxically masculine. So, you know, you saw all this hyper masculine, toxic masculine men and these toxic masculine people. Identify your toxic masculine. How about that? Identify your toxic masculine, because a part of the feminine principle in energy is a willingness to receive. It is a reciprocity that has to occur. But you just want to do what you want to do. So spiritually, you are in a hyper masculine energy. You don't want nobody to tell you what to do because you think that you know everything. Mind you, spiritual feminine and spiritual masculine don't have nothing to do with sex. It don't have nothing to do with gender. It don't have nothing to do with whether you identify as male, as a man, as a woman, as a non-binary pal. It doesn't matter. This is a principle of energy. And if you are unwilling to receive, why do you keep asking the ancestors, Why you keep asking God? Why you keep asking your spirit team to do anything for you? You can't receive it no way. You are unwilling to be told what to do. So is it that they haven't been sending you the instruction? Or is it that you have been unwilling and not open to receive it? I think it's the latter. I think it's the latter. You are not open to receive it because you maintain this perspective of, I don't want to be told what to do. All right, don't be told what to do. And when you keep doing the same money workings over and over again, and more money is going out than it's coming in, because the only thing you operate in is in an energy of give, do. You don't have an energy of receive. You are unwilling to receive that. So what can the spirit help you with if you are unwilling to receive? So Lighthouse, I had to put myself in a position for my own growth to realize I am the mother showing up here needing help. And I was using my oracle cards, my ancestor oracle cards. And if you got them, I love you. If you don't got them, I love you a little bit. The hospital card came out. And when the hospital card comes out, let me clarify. When the hospital card comes out, it speaks to emergency healing. It speaks to getting help. And that kept coming out. I'm like, what is this getting help about? Why do I need to get help? What is this about? Yes, you have to be willing to put yourself in a place to receive help and guidance. You have to be willing to mature your ego. You have to be willing. I put it in my journal prompt in the Patreon. Hold up. I'm going to share my screen because I want us to look at this upside the head. Today, I allow myself to make mistakes, not have all the answers, and seek clarity when needed. I am letting go of the pressures always to be perfect and correct. I acknowledge that errors and imperfections hold valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. Every new experience is an opportunity to learn and improve. I am embracing the mindset of a student and beginner, which brings me peace. Lighthouse, oh, I'm sorry, I'm exposing one of the members. Lighthouse, listen. You have got to remember and keep this. You are always a student. There is always going to be somebody older than you, more experienced than you, and that can teach you something. And it does not have to equate to you being less than. Going forward, I don't want to hear you say you're an expert. I want to hear you say, listen, I'm a forever student and always a beginner. That is you letting the universe know. That is you letting your spirit team know that you are willing to receive, that you are open to receive, that whatever it is that the spirit has for you, you are always in an energy of growth. But when you take up that mantle of, I don't want nobody telling me what to do, you are telling every soul, every energy in your body, every cell in your body to not be receptive. And let me multiply this. Can I multiply it? That's why you've been taking these herbal supplements and it's not working. Because you have told every cell in your body that you are unwilling to receive anything. When you speak a thing, the cells in your body respond to that. You tell your body, your entire body, when you operate the I don't want nobody telling me what to do, you cut off your body from receiving. You cut your body off from receiving help, right? From the reciprocity. Therefore, you taking herbal supplements that would be effective, but you have told every cell in your body to not receive. Yes, it gets that deep. Yes. And so when these ginger and all of this other stuff would have really came in like a wrecking ball and got yourself together, now it's much slower. It's working. You know, it's taking its time, but it's working. But that is because your entire being is unwilling to receive. And so, all the I don't like being told what to do, say I lack discipline. Say I don't like structure. But just because you don't like it, don't mean that that has any bearing on whether or not you need it. I have never tasted medicine that tasted good to me, but that was the medicine that I needed to take. So based upon your preferences, you can't always have preferences when it comes to growth. You can't have preferences. You have to be willing to do the thing that makes you uncomfortable, if that means you're healing, if that means your growth. And I am willing. I am willing today, right now, to do the uncomfortable thing. I am willing to do what is necessary for me to get to the next level in myself. I am willing. This is your assignment. This is your assignment. I want you to write for the next 9 days, 9 I am willing statements. You quick to tell everybody what you ain't finna do. You quick to say that's your boundary. But you speak about your boundary as it pertains to what you're keeping out, but not what you're letting and keeping in. 9 days. I want you to write every day 9 things that you are willing to do. I am willing to receive help. I am willing to receive love. I am willing to receive messages. I am willing. It could be the same 9. It could be a different 9 each day, but for 9 days. Let's pull up the calendar, because we're going to change this energy today. We're going to change this energy today. 9 days. So y'all going to start tonight. This is day 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sunday. Not this Sunday. Hold up. Not this Sunday. Next Sunday. Next Sunday. All right? Next Sunday, you should have 81 I am willing statements done. If you want to grow, you got to tell the universe that you are willing. You got to tell your spirit team that you are winning. You're willing. 9 is the number of change and transformation. So this is why we're going to do this. Boom, Tracy. I spoke premature when I put me in the chat. Always willing to learn, but I should change how I feel about who the messenger is. And that part. It doesn't matter who the messenger is. There's a proverb in the Ancestor Oracle deck that says, hear first, look second. Hear first, look second. Hear first, look second. If you look first, you ain't gonna hear a thing. And we have to be willing to receive. So listen, 9, for the next 9 days, I need 9 I am willing statements. Each day. It could be the same or different one. It could be the same one, but you're going to have it written down 81 times. We're back to numerology. 81, 8 plus 1 is 9. So we are in the energy of transformation here. And we're transforming that thought because that is a blockage in the manifestation. You cannot manifest something and be unwilling to receive it. Okay? You cannot manifest something and be unwilling to receive it. Starting today. If you trying to put it, I'll do it later on tonight. Stop that because you know you're not. Start it now. And let me tell you something. Just like that accountability partner, it's my accountability. It takes my accountability towards myself and my growth and my healing and my health to show up to that kickboxing gym. When I show up there, then they can hold me accountable. But I have to hold me accountable first to show up. You want to know how to undo a thought? Flood it with new thoughts. You want to know how to undo a way of thinking? Flood it with new thinking. So when you write it, read it, you're thinking about, I am willing, I'm willing, I'm willing. You find out what it is you're willing to do. I am willing to hear first and look second. You don't realize that you have activated both parts of the brain. You have activated your left and right side. You have activated your analytical and your creative sides of the brain. Creatively, because you're having to come up with something. Analytically, that you're having to make sure that it applies and that you are able to do that. And you have to process what it is that you're saying. So you are reworking and rewiring the brain in real time. And it's simple. 9 I am willing statements, 9 days, every single day. Do that. And I promise you, energetically, your life is going to change. Because you have created a pattern here, a pattern of energy. In the energy of 9 of change and transformation. And you do your work, and I bet you your results are going to multiply. 9 days. You got 9 days to do this. So you can receive what you need to receive. And you ain't got to pay nobody nothing. The only thing you have to do is your own work and focus on yourself. If you don't like being told what to do, well, stop doing stuff to where folks don't have to tell you to do it better. How about that? No more, Lighthouse, will you go around saying you don't like being told what to do. No more. You will not go around here saying, I don't like for people to say, tell me what to do. I don't like for that. I beat by my own drum. No. How about this? I am willing to receive anything that's for my wellness and for my growth. give you a couple examples of I'm willing statements. Like somebody said earlier, I am willing to hear the truth about myself. I am willing to wake up early to do my spiritual practice. I am willing to fast this week. I am willing to sacrifice a pleasure of mine for something that's productive. I am willing to stop watching reality TV this week for these 9 days. And I am willing to spend my days listening to stuff that benefits me. I am willing to be open. I am willing to receive. I am more willing than I have ever been. I am willing to be even more willing tomorrow. I am willing. And as you begin to do that work and as you begin to write, things are going to come up. And now, this the part, because the spirit is really real and because the spirit is really supernatural, the spirit going to test you on what it is you're willing to do. Oh, most certainly you didn't think you were just going to write down and say, I'm willing to do this and not be tested on what you said you're willing to do. And when you are able to pass the test of your willingness, then you receive. The spirit, the great honorable bishop, Rihanna said, what are you willing to do? Kiss it better, baby. Tell me, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? Tell me, are you willing to do? Okay? And I want y'all to understand this. Some of you may view me as a mentor. Some of you may view me as somebody you like to watch. Some of y'all may hate me. And if you do, keep watching. But I'm telling you this because I just learned this today. I just got aware of this today. I didn't realize that me taking the position of I don't want to be told what to do is really me being a unnecessarily rebellious to structure and discipline. I didn't realize that me taking up that position was arrogant. I didn't realize that me taking up that position was blocking me from receiving the blessings of my manifestations and or blocking it to where it's only so much that's coming through when I could be receiving a whole lot more. I just learned this today because I understand that I may say I'm a holistic and esoteric teacher, but I am a student of the universe. And I am always a beginner. Put in the comments, I am willing to be a forever student and always a beginner. Put in the comments, every one of y'all, I ain't playing. I am willing to be a forever student and always a beginner. Let me see it in the comments. And when whoever watches video later, put it in the comments. That's your first one for the day. I am willing to be a forever student and always a beginner. That's your first declaration right now. Being willing to be a forever student is meaning that you are willing to forever be in a position to receive. You don't even understand the power of what we just wrote. A beginner means that you're always having new experiences. That pulls you out of stagnant energy. So we be sleeping on the affirmations. The people want to call it European, Eurocentric, light, and love work. But this is high level magic. I am willing to be a forever student and always a beginner. Got that? I'm not going to run you down about your healing and about your growth, because the spirit didn't have to run me down about mine. They revealed it to me, it busted me inside the head, and I'm taking accountability. I'm taking accountability. You take accountability for yourself. What are you willing to do? Tell me, are you willing to do?